the question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Yellow Jackets offense will take... First. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally... So are you guys ready to go another 8? Rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all.
Oh, he's got some space. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So Georgia's offense has the ball for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes. He can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in with this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think... Well, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. In the red area, it's Morton. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take him to end this drive. Will start at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come. 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Pulls and fires complete.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
He throws into the middle of the field. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that. This offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It falls in. and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Schwartz. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Dogs have their offense in high gear. They're going to run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
Looking for a push on fourth down. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they could collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks, it's Crispin. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Dogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Give to the running back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. On the ground, it's Maddox. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
And after giving up the long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for a crease to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
It's complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Snagged in the middle. It's Crispin. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's White. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half with a run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got the first down, looking for more. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Virginia Tech.
Finds a man on the right.
It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them.
Turning it on! They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dogs with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Jukes his way for more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's squarely fall.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st and 10. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Gives it on the option. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback adapting. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on it. Dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Got his man in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Now on the return. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice.
Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. First down here for the offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Schwartz.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Ball's down to 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception.
He lost one down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Georgia, 52. Georgia Tech, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The clean, old-fashioned